Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor, here with my father.
Kevin.
Yo, you looked at me right in the eyes.
Right in the eyes,
That
yeah.
was a little creepy. I don't know. I felt some weird connection there.
Kevin.
Didn't like that.
I won't look at you anymore.
Yeah, no, just keep looking that way.
Sorry about that.
At the camera.
My apologies.
A year and 22 days ago, Mr. Danny Brown was over at the house. He was in that chair there, which you guys can't see, but it is there. After the podcast, we were just chatting about new music. I was asking him what he's into nowadays and, you know, people that he's listening to. He said, you got to check this out. Was Jane Remover. And he said, go listen to her record, Census Designated. Since then, haven't really, you know, followed along the new release. I saw that Jane released a single, JR,
Yeah.
which I believe is the closing track for this record. I dove into this record knowing a little bit about Jane, but not too much. And I was pleasantly surprised with how this is produced, how it's mixed, the way that the experimentation is done. And I would like to ask you if you know anything about Jane other than the name.
Danny Brown
Told you a little bit.
told us that was that night, and that's all I know.
Track number 1, Twice Removed.
And the shit was 3 years ago, feels like a million. 3 years ago, I could've touched a million. This is how I love to set you tapping now, yeah. Shit got so old so fast. Should I do it for my boys and the cash? Crown Reaper on my ass. So where we going now? They talk about me different when I burn around.
Definitely different than what I've heard before, man.
I was gonna say I don't know what you would compare this to.
Yeah.
I think once you get into it though, it you'll get it.
Yeah.
It'll hook you.
I think this might be one I'm just going to pull back for a second.
Yeah. Just tune into the sound.
Because that's where I'm fucking with it. And trying to keep up with the lyrics is just hard right now.
Yeah.
I love that you can still hear those arpeggios behind all that wall.
It's like a wall of like just white noise.
But
in a
they're
way,
back there.
Yeah.
They're back there, man. It's like, I love Jane's voice with all this. It breaks. You know what it
Through
is?
it all.
It breaks it all because it's
like a sword on fire. Cutting through stuff.
This is badass, man.
Voodoo. Oh, I listened to this on the highway the other day, and I was going a little too fast.
Yeah.
I'll pause it there before we go into track number 2. But yeah, what are you going to describe this music? I don't know how you categorize it.
I don't know. I can't even go in the direction of like death grips or anything. There's the stoppage and starteds that are going on within the things remind me of the hose, scaring the hose.
Oh yes,
like that. You know,
I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah,
that remind me of the hose. You know,
you know what I mean. I always cut stuff short, right?
Yeah.
It's my problem when we cut things. I cut stuff short. I'm
you
like,
end up getting lost. Like
then you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, yeah, scaring the hose.
Yeah, it reminds me of scaring the hose.
JPEG work.
JPEG, yeah, and that that SP4 414 or 414 or 1404 or whatever. It reminds me of that type of stuff, right? But I have to say, at the beginning, I'm like, this dirt's bothering me. But
it felt like too much at first, right?
It didn't. It did. But I'm like, you know what? Because Jane's voice is like, this nice melody going through it.
Kind of.
I'm glad I dropped the lyrics, though. I just started the song with the lyrics, and I'm trying to follow along the lyrics. And I saw something about Avril Lavigne, and I'm too can dance to get the music loud. This one, I think I'm going to sit it out on the lyrics because there's a lot happening production-wise that I really want to tune into. Kudos to the production. The production's like...
Yeah, I believe Jane is in charge of all the production.
Yeah.
I mean, all her projects before this.
Yeah,
produced by Jane. Track number 2, Psycho Boost.
It feels like you a part of me, part of me, part of me, part of me, part of me. Feels like you a part of me, 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 part of me.
Yeah, just tap into the sound.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Like eyes closed. I think that's the best way to get into it.
Bit of a reverse there. Coming up.
Yeah, he's on here.
Sorry, Danny. That sounded more like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Hear that? Just slight pull.
Yeah.
Okay. This is made for fucking crowd. Hey?
Yeah, Jane's here next month. I got to see it.
There's still that slight reverse in there, right?
Yeah.
That suck back.
You hear those? Like, this
Yes.
is fucking so much cool production. And then it's toning down a bit.
Fucking Danny goes good on this shit, eh? Holy fuck! This is cool.
Just like wild
Change up.
sounds.
Whoa, the back.
Like when I listened this first time, it was like stuff I have not heard before.
Don't love those.
Yeah.
Okay, that was that one's fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, like how do you categorize that? Like,
I don't know.
Have you heard anything similar?
I can't say I have. I keep going like to Death
Maybe,
Grips.
yeah,
and,
maybe Death Grips or JPEG. But
yeah,
like,
yeah, maybe Death Grips JPEG mixed. That's about it, right?
Yeah, but
But
like,
I have to say, fucking Danny goes balls to the wall on fast techno like
well,
that.
this is why we just said this in one of our recent Patreon videos, but every time you and someone asks us like, oh, who's like your dream feature, for an album? Like someone tweets, oh, there's a new whatever album.
Yeah.
AC/DC album coming out. Who do you want to be featured? It's like, it's always going to be Danny Brown or Jid.
Or Jid, yeah.
'Cause it's like they can work on anything, it seems like.
Like soon as it hit that and then he was like I'm like, holy fuck, he works it.
Yeah, he was just flowing over top of that.
Yeah.
No, that was one of my favorite tracks. Track number 3, Star People.
Ooh. That fucking rattlesnake.
No, I'm telling you, production on this album is something different.
Still going. It's a cracked out rattlesnake. Listen, watch. He comes back in if he does. Hey? Whoa, man, where's my shit?
You gave a rattlesnake a line of coke, and it's just fucking going mental in the club.
You know what I have to say? This song wouldn't work without that wall of dirt.
Oh yeah,
It wouldn't have the thing it has, right?
like if it was stripped back. You
Yeah,
mean,
no, yeah. He's back.
He's just having beers now, though. He's not.
Yeah, that wasn't as fast, right?
Yeah.
This is a great spot. There is so many sounds going on. Mm-hmm. That electricity sound came once. Listen.
Yeah.
Now, broken bottle. If we get a toilet flush, I'm going to freak out.
Another highlight for me in my
Very,
opinion.
very, very, very well done.
I love the halfway point when it switches and it goes to that guitar part.
Yes,
I think
and-
it's guitar, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or is
yeah,
that
yeah.
a heavy bass? I don't know.
I think it sounds guitar, like it's
But it's
doubled.
low down.
Yeah, low down. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, low down.
And then Jane's voice when she does like the doubling,
Vocal doubling.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the synths going on.
Yeah.
Really cool. But beginning of the track, yeah, like you said, I think that wall of sound is so crucial to the song. It would still work without it. I think like there's enough there.
No doubt, but I think it's a key ingredient. You're making a cake, you need those fucking eggs. The thought process is the thing that gets me really going crazy because
like knowing when to add in certain sounds.
But just to, like, for one, we heard the electrocution sound. It went zzz, right?
Yeah.
Like you're hitting a fucking wire.
Yeah.
It only happened once. It was there.
Yeah.
We had the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake, he was going really, really fast in the other track. And then it slowed right down at one point. Like making all those decisions and saying, okay, and sticking with them because you could just be stuck in this fucking... Jane could have taken 8 years to make this album if it was me, right?
Yeah, because you'd be stuck in like a paralysis of making
going,
decisions.
maybe I have to do this and do this. And so
yeah.
I give huge kudos to people for producing this, like, and coming out with that right there.
Track number 4, Experimental Skin.
Ale.
So this would be definitely the shoegaze part right now, right?
For sure, yeah.
Because I'm listening to where the guitar is in production. It's way the hell back there.
Yeah. Well, no, the vocals are way the hell back there. The shoegaze is like...
But the guitar is not really in our cans.
No, but it's just so, over, like so many effects on it. Doesn't even sound like a guitar,
Okay, this is my favorite part of the song so far. The beginning was tough for me.
Well, that was just the intro.
Oh, was it? Okay. See this part?
Yeah.
I would just fucking milk that for what it's worth, but watch. It's gone, hey?
You kind of had that on point.
Yeah, but I like that pickup on the hats. Holy shit. I can see the people, eh?
Yeah. This is a song for me that I didn't fuck with at first.
Yeah.
But then I realized where it was going.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of building up to this final climax here.
I think the intro put me off, but now I know where it's going, like you said. That's a great bass I missed. Well,
that's one that I could see how you would be a little bit like off put by the beginning.
The intro I was not a fan of at all. Like
because you can't hear the lyrics really at all. Like nothing, and it's very shoegazy. There wasn't much melodically in terms of the guitar. It was a lot of noise. Then it's slowly kind of building. I feel like it's like progressively building up to that moment where it fully hits, and that's the climax of the song for the last minute. It's just intense. The drums, the bass, everything is going at its fullest in that last minute. So to me, it's like a really cool track that has this great payoff, and I've dove into the lyrics afterwards, and I do like the track lyrically as well. But your first opinion,
I'll tell you, I wasn't a fan of the intro, and I'm like, okay, if this is going to go on, I'm not going to fuck with it at all. But then we hit verse 1, and like I said, I really love that
guitar piece.
That guitar piece that was there.
You would have said, you would have, if you came up with that, you would have just milked it the whole time.
I would have milked it the whole way, but you know what? Jane used it for like, I think 1, 2,
bars.
4 lines,
and
then dropped it right away, and then it was into something else, and that's just showing that you know how to when to pull out something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm the milker, man. If I get a hook, I'm just fucking sticking on that thing.
I'm not riding it till the end.
Yeah, right to the end. It's just I'm gonna go.
Track number 5, Angels in Camo.
You know what we need on this?
What?
Right now, and a few seconds in, just the way I'm fucking with this.
Danny Brown again?
Playboy.
Oh, I can hear.
Yeah.
I think that would actually break the internet if there was a Playboy Cardi feature on this record.
Yeah. Holy shit. That?
It's cool.
Yeah. when Jane breaks down something, it's at a lower level because it's you notice it because the rest of her songs are so high.
Yeah.
But like it's at this bridge here is at the level of like someone's normal song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like. Oh.
I think the thing with me with like records like this is I just love being like witnessing forward pushing cutting edge
for sure.
music.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is going to enjoy this record. This isn't an album for every single person. You know, it's not going to be like extremely accessible, but I do think that this is going to be another instance where artists are listening to this and, you know, taking bits of inspiration from Jane and you'll hear it sprinkled out in, you know,
it could be small forms, little bits here and there.
Like I think it's going to be one of those records that, you know, just kind of, you know, well, Jane in general as an artist, I think it's going to be one of those artists that people, your favorite artist's favorite artist or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know the exact saying, but Danny Brown, like saying, like, you know what I mean? What you guys got to check this out. You know what I mean? Like that's, if you enjoy food and you're a chef and you go and you try food, right, all the time, there's different foods. You go to a Vietnamese restaurant, you try something, you're not going to like everything of it, but you're going to appreciate it. There's elements you're going to like and go, fuck, I like this, I like that, I like that. That's for me what a musician feels like, for me.
Track number 6, Dream Flasher. Love the guitar on this one.
This one's got a real distinct start melodically, right? It's like... This one will be crazy at the show, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I love that part.
Fucking love those surprises, eh?
Yeah.
You're so hypnotized by that,
and then it's just,
and then it's
it's like an alarm clock.
Yeah. Those 2 notes right there, man.
Yeah.
You got the fucking dream sequencing going in the background.
It's called Dream Flasher.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's going to go down as one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites.
That was okay. If the other parts there was other parts that people were watching this album reaction here, or whatever we call it.
Yeah.
Were watching it and weren't so into what was happening earlier. That I think right there, Dream Flasher was the easily
most accessible.
Yeah, thank you for helping me get that out.
I think that and the Danny Brown song are probably like some of the most accessible. There's a couple others that you'll see as we're just over the halfway mark now.
Yeah.
Track number 7. This is actually the title of the tour, I believe. Turn Up or Die.
So I'm assuming none of this is done really live, right? It's maybe with a couple keyboard people and stuff?
Yeah, I'll have to see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
May 17th in Vancouver if you don't have tickets yet.
Is this going to be, do you think it's going to be pushing?
I think more, not pushing, but...
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at it. I like that.
Yeah.
Fuck it, distort my spine now. That's what it feels like.
Those are my favorites.
Now we switched up again, man.
It's fucking mental.
This is crazy. You know, I have to say, I've always told you I'm not a huge fan of the 4 on the floor.
Yeah.
But these
works here because it's so sparse.
Yes. It comes in. Then Jane goes into a completely different time signature or something. Look. There we go. See? We got in a little car accident. Came back. We're back on the highway. I'm going to do the outro. Ready?
I'm gonna pass out. You got 10 more seconds. There we go.
I thought it was going to be a short. Hold your breath. I've been through it. Hold your breath. Hold your breath.
Yeah, no, it was. It stretched it out a little bit. Another one of my favorites.
You got to speak of the tempos, though, man. I
think you were bang on with Four on the Floor and how it, like, you know, usually I'm not a big fan, you know, of like a song that's just straight Four on the Floor
the whole time. Yeah.
But I think when Jane uses it, it's so sparse throughout the record that it feels so like you've earned it, you know?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
To that point. You're like, yes, finally. It's like, you know, it's been chaotic and all this stuff going on, and then now we're into this one little pocket where it's just straightforward. And, it's
you know what? It's a familiarity thing, right? You're going through
comfort thing.
Yeah, and comfort. You're going through these stops and starts, and and then. Right?
Yeah, but with that stuff still going on.
With the stuff still going on,
it's great. Track number 8, Dancing with Your Eyes Closed. I believe this was a single as well.
It's Connor. It's the second single. I like verse 2 coming right to nothing.
Yeah.
Just really simple. Whoa. I have to say, though, I'm not a fan of the reversal. I've never liked it.
Yeah.
We're getting like that. I remember Coldplay did it with a remix band, some song.
Yeah, you've never been a fan of it.
No, I never used it, never. It pulls me off time.
I like it sometimes, though.
Yeah. Nothing is really repeating, you know that? I'm waiting for certain things to come back so I can do this.
Well, it's like linear in a way.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of, you know, you're not returning to certain ideas too often. It's like you have an idea and then you move on to the next.
Yeah.
Maybe parts of that idea continue. That kind of tingles your back in a way.
That gave me the spine.
You said that was the second single?
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised that they chose that for the second single. Just not that it's a bad song. I like that song, but it's not one of my highlights on there.
Yeah.
To me, a song like Dream Flash or Turn Up or Die is feels like a single song.
Yeah.
Especially Dream Flasher.
Well, I'll give you a little background. How does it sound, son, if I give you a little background on the song?
I would love that.
Okay,
Father.
Dancing with Your Eyes Closed is the second single from Jane Remover's 2025 album, Revengeseekerz. The track contains homages. Is it homages? Homage to Jane's retired side project, Leroy, known for promoting the Jersey club-inspired heavy sample mashup genre scene known as Dariacore.
Dariacore, yes. Headphone emoji talked about that in her video, which I was not familiar with. And I think there was 3 records that Jane made under that name. That name with under. I think there's Dariacore 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
that's what I learned through the video.
That was not my favorite track. I'll just say it was okay, but for me the reversing turned me off.
Yeah, you're not a big What Coldplay song are you thinking of, though? I'm curious.
It's Coldplay with
somebody.
Coldplay, big song. The Chainsmokers.
Oh fuck, that song's horrible. Yeah.
They do the reverse of that, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of that song.
Right.
Track number 9. Fade outs. Love the little guitar in the back.
There we go. Guess who? Says R2D2. See, you know, I could hear this as a second single.
Yeah.
Just the flow of it, the melody. Ooh, slow down.
We can probably let this one transition into the next one because it's pretty short. This one, it's only 3 minutes. Let it flow in.
I'm just gonna let it flow in. It sounds great.
I just wish the media would get hold of this and quit running it down. It's a good little town.
Yeah.
One thing about it, though, it keeps a lot of people away.
This is good. Right away. Love the production on this one.
Yeah, this one's great.
Yeah.
There's that rattlesnake again.
Yeah, you know, you were banging on a few songs earlier. I could hear younger, new artists going and pulling out elements here.
Of this, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Like, and that's what we're all about. Music is and art is like evolving and you know, right?
Learning from each other.
Yeah. Wow, that was a good. You know what? I think that I don't know. I'm weird, man.
But you fuck with it?
I fuck with this so heavy.
Well,
Fucking kudos. That you know what?
I can confidently say
Yeah.
you're not weird because a lot of people love that. A lot of people love this project. So
Fuck. I know, but I'm just saying, like at my age, I understand Jane's vision, and you know, I had my eyes closed there. You know who I thought of?
What?
I thought of A.G. Cook. I thought of Sophie, and I thought elements here are what you introduced me to
Early on. Yeah. And people, like you said, people are, or like we both said, people are going to look at Jane now, and there's going to be a group of younger artists that are going to take this sound and push it forward.
Yeah, and to be able to do something that Jane's doing at 21 years old, it's limitless right now.
Oh, yeah. Track 11, Dark Knight Castle.
This one is going to be a complete piano ballad.
No, yeah, Dark Knight Castle.
Yeah.
Sounds like it would be.
Hey, it's up to now. It's a bit of a ballad.
Yeah, it's like a ballad, experimental ballad.
Nice harmony. That's great. See, I feel that these distorted parts are serving a greater purpose in the song.
For sure. Because it's relatively soft for the most part, but these parts come in like as some anger and frustration.
Exactly, yeah.
Or at least that's what they represent to me.
Yeah. Okay, this is where my grandma or my mom would be like in disagreement because it's an instrumental outro.
Yeah.
And she'd go, "What is living?"
We should show it to her.
Yeah.
This should be our first Grandma Reacts to this record.
Oh,
I'll pause it here before we go into the last track.
I like that one. I did like that one.
It was quite different from, well, no, it had a lot of the same elements of the whole record.
But
like
it did have softness in the verses.
It followed the theme, but it was definitely a standout track in terms of the way it was constructed. And it did have piano. You were right about that.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was like I thought I was just joking, like it because it says "I will eat your heart," and I'm thinking Dark Knight Castle.
It sounds like it'd come in with a piano or something
like that. But
yeah.
But no, it was cool, right? But there's a lot of little things in here, man. That's I got to go back. You know, like filled a river with my doubts, freeze, or do we sing?
What's the line about 1,000 eyes look like a
1,000 eyes make a funny face?
Yeah, like is that Jane talking about looking out into a crowd? I'm
yeah,
assuming?
maybe. Yeah.
Like performing live. We got the final track here. This was the debut single. Track number 12. JR.
I got nothing the shade, but mom still do. I don't believe a single soul, no more, not even you. I don't believe a single soul, no more, not even you. I might pull out on new face, change my name, then my city. You try to take my job.
Really like that.
I like the lyrics on this one too.
Yeah.
I guess.
I heard you call it love. No hands at the shade.
I love that arpeggiating
Right here, yeah.
synth.
I still haven't even learned how to fucking pan in automatic pan.
In Logic Pro.
Yeah. Remember Baby No Money showed me how to fucking
do it, yeah.
arpeggios.
Oh, arpeggio, yeah.
Yeah.
Let the DJ save your life. Bro, we cheated death again. Feel like
Wow, timing's crazy on here, eh?
bitches like me get to be happy. Keep it cycle in a green room next to mine. I'm still a
I like where Jane's voice is right here.
what's been mine. Should I change my name? Baby, if my grave is kept clean, full circle again.
And there we go.
That was I
That
like
was
yeah.
Revengeseekerz.
That was I'm gonna throw out a bold statement here, even over death grips right now. That was probably the hardest experimental thing that I've heard
So far on the channel.
so far on the channel. Yeah, that's I was gonna say over like any heavy metal I've heard, but heavy metal is completely different. So we're talking that like the experimental and
Yeah.
all that. That's easily the hardest.
Yeah, closest would be maybe some JPEG stuff that we've covered, but
Yeah.
even that I feel like is a little bit more tame and kind of
for sure.
structured. Like
Yeah,
this has a lot more surprises, a
For
lot
sure.
different mixing levels, but you seem to enjoy most of it.
Yeah, no, I for sure I did. It was a learning curve for me. It's not going to be. I'm not going to be playing this. I mean, you know what I mean. It's not something I'm going to be fucking with and upstairs. I can write and doing my painting. It'd freak the shit out of me, and I'd probably paint the windows black or something, right?
Yeah, you listen to that Bon Iver record like fucking 40 times while painting. I couldn't see this while painting. I will say though, listening to it while you get on a ride like on the highway. It feels, especially at nighttime. That's when I did it.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
Yeah, you got 7 speeding tickets.
I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how it changed your life.
I'm in severe debt and I've lost my license, but it was so worth it.
You know, kudos to Jane, 21 years old, to come out and do a project like that is
Incredible.
It's incredible. It's insane. Like it's
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
It's why it's so talked about, and I'm glad. I want to give a big thank you to Danny for putting me on to Jane and underscores, but that's for another video.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny introduced us to Jane, and I had been listening, like I said, but this is the new record, and we finally got to listen together,
Yeah.
and I'm glad we got to do it. I hope you guys had fun. If you haven't listened to this record, go give it a listen without us talking in between. And Jane Remover is going on tour soon. Grab tickets if you get the chance, if they're not all gone by now. And yeah, we'll see you soon with more album reactions. Take care, everybody. Much love.
Much love.